There's been a big decline in shares of LVMH at the start of today's trade. In fact, we are at the lowest level now since the back end of last year after the company produced third quarter sales numbers where we saw a drop in demand for handbags. That was moderating, and a sales number for the spirits division falling after several years of stellar growth. Sales nonetheless increased by 9% to just under 20 billion euros. Interestingly, Asia did quite well, excluding Japan, up by 11% in the quarter, but that was down from the 34% in the previous 3 months. Nonetheless, the company says China, there's been no marked change in any developments there. As far as Europe is concerned, most countries are now growing in the mid-single digit range, according to this statement. But the biggest division, the LVMH fashion and leather goods unit, grew 9% in the third quarter. Now, that was a slower pace than the 21% growth in the second quarter and below estimates of 11.2%. Add all this up, and you've got a drop on the markets. You can see quite clearly if you look at the share price chart here today on the right-hand side. This is today's decline. We're currently down 6.1% after half an hour's worth of trade. We have tested this line of support, which was generated by the lows we had back on the 23rd of December last year. So you can see we've now wiped out all of the early gains in the year that we saw for LVMH, which was doing well on hopes that China, which ended lockdowns, of course, earlier this year, hopes were that China will continue to buy. But in fact, that's not been the case. China has been one of the poorer performing geographical regions for LVMH. But in today's session, we're currently trading down at levels not seen since 2022.